Hello and namaskar to everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss about the scope of macroeconomics. And the term scope refers to the area covered by the subject. So here we are concerned with the area covered by the subject macroeconomics. And we know that the modern economists have divided the entire economy into two parts, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of the economy as a whole. Okay, so it is the study, macroeconomics is the study of the economy as a whole. It studies the macroeconomic variables that covers the entire economy at a time. So it focuses on the broad issues like national income, employment, money, prices, growth, and international trade. So these are some of the issues that macroeconomics deals with. Now let's move on to the next slide so that we'll discuss the different points or the headings that explains or that is covered, that is included in macroeconomics. So first of all, let's talk about this theory of national income. This is one of the area covered by the subject macroeconomics. Okay, look at this one. National income refers to the total income. It is the total, it is the national income. It is your income, my income, and another person's income within the economy, okay, within the Nepalese economy, let's say. So it's a total income on in an economy. And macroeconomics explains the components, okay, its components and how it is measured, how this national income is measured. So macroeconomics is concerned, it explains about how it is, how national income is measured. And it also studies about the social accounting and the difficulties in the measurement of national income, like double counting and non-market activities, like that type of difficulties in the measurement of national income. And understanding national income help us to know the performance of an economy, whether the economy is doing well or not. So it helps to know the economic performance of an economy. So the next point here is theory of employment. Okay, the macroeconomics deals with the issues related to the employment. It examines the factors that determines the level of employment. So what are the factors that determines the level of income in an economy is the concern of macroeconomics. And we know that the level of employment in an economy is affected by aggregate demand, aggregate supply, consumption, total investment, total saving, etc. So these are some of the factors that determines the level of employment in an economy. And these elements, these factors determine how many people get employment opportunity in the economy. Because these are the factors that determines the level of employment in the economy. That means how many people get employment opportunities in an economy. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. And the next point is theory of money. Okay, we can say about the theory of demand and supply of money. So theory of money. And macroeconomics explains the role and functions of money. When there is change in demand and supply of money, there will be change in income and employment in an economy. Okay, so money demand and money supply affects the overall economic activities of the country. And it studies, macroeconomics studies how banks and financial institutions operate and influence the money supply. Because these banks and financial institutions create credit money. Okay, they are the institutions involved in lending and borrowing business. So they can influence the availability of money in the economy. So this is also a part of the study of macroeconomics. Now moving to the next one, it is the theory of general price label. Okay, theory of general price label. And when there is increase in this general price label, we can say that there is inflation. And decrease in general price label means deflation. And there should not be inflation and deflation in the economy because both of these are harmful to the economy. So there should be price stability. Okay, so macroeconomics studies how prices in the economy are determined and how they change over time. So as I mentioned, we study about inflation in macroeconomics, and it is the rise in general price label. Likewise, deflation, which is a fall in prices, that is a fall in general price label. And when there is change in general price label, that will lead to change in purchasing power of the people of the country. So there should be stability in the general price label, that is price stability, that brings the stability in the economy. So this is what we study in this part of macroeconomics. Next point is the theory of international trade. Okay, theory of international trade. So this is the fifth number. Let me write here number 5. So the theory of international trade. So this part of macroeconomics explains how countries trade with each other. Trade means the exchange of goods and services. And when we talk about the international trade, then it is the exchange of goods and services between countries. And macroeconomics explains how the countries trade with each other, and it covers the trade theories, tariffs, that is the export-import tax, we can say, and protection policies, or you can say the imposition of the trade barriers. And international trade helps us to understand global economic relations. Okay, so this is what we call international trade part of this macroeconomics. And the next point here is this is the conclusion part. And in conclusion, we can say that macroeconomics covers several key areas. Here we have discussed only 5 different points, but these are not only the points that covers macroeconomics. So macroeconomics covers several key areas. And some of the areas that we have discussed here are national income, employment, money, theory of money and price label, economic growth, and international trade. So these are some of the areas that we have discussed in this video. So together, study of these concepts helps us to understand how an economy is functioning, how well the economy is doing. Okay, so this is what we discussed, what we learned in this video. So thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.